Hey y'all. I hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are doing well. This is your girl Tonetta, your social worker coach. Of course, bringing you a kind of a social worker topic today. I guess I put it that way. So I just want to welcome y'all, of course, like I said, to this live. Thank you all for being here. Excuse me. As y'all know, I'm the social worker coach. I, of course, talk about things that can help you become the person that you want to be. I guess I put it that way. Help you be who you are, remove your mask, do some healing, all that type of thing. Like I said, those are some of the things I talk about. And being a social worker for 24 years, this month actually, I do talk about social work topics, different things that I experienced in the workplace and beyond. I guess I put it that way as well. So like I said, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Make sure that y'all follow me as well. Linda Jackson 262. Basketball is Love. D for 22. Craig McCullough. Preston, Cammy, Jizzle, Mr. Bean and Miss Hope. Bernadina is Naga, I guess is the name. Patricia Aldora, Glenn Wilson, 462, Robert Ramirez, Bobby, Selena Rivera. I'm just naming a few that's on here that I see. Louis Holt, 410, Christina Rattel, Adele, this is Samoro, 131, Eric Debon, 58, Sis Corona, Gus Alville, Tanya. Like I said, for those, even the ones I didn't name, make sure that y'all will follow me. So like, definitely share this video out to somebody that may need to hear this. Today, I'm talking about living your life. And like I said, this is kind of coming from me as a woman, me as a social worker, and me as a certified life coach as well. And just being on this earth and having experiences and lessons that I've learned. I know today I was actually in a support group. I facilitate support groups for caregivers to help them, of course, lessen their frustrations, lessen their stress while they're caring for their loved one who's sick and ill. Some of them have dementia, Alzheimer's, those kind of memory issues. Some of them don't. And that's in my professional life, I guess, as a social worker, I put it that way. So I had one of these meetings today, and of course, something came up that I hear a lot. And like I said, I definitely just wanted to do this video to, of course, just remind y'all to, of course, like I said, live your life. I know a lot of times, of course, with these caregivers and people in general, even people who have kids are taking care of somebody else. I guess I put it that way. I know a lot of times of course, you're working, you're taking care of whoever you're taking care of, your kids, your family member, your loved one that's sick, whoever it is, and you're waiting for retirement and not enjoying your life. I just want to say, like I said, you have to enjoy your life, the times and the moments that you can. Don't wait until you're in your retirement phase. What this caregiver brought up today, of course, was talking about how how the person kind of resents, have anger towards the situation that's going on. She expected, of course, to have a life with her partner and, of course, to enjoy retirement, enjoy the later ages in 60s and that kind of thing in the 70s. But like I said, I hear this a lot because I've heard this from men, I've heard this from women, from anybody that's a caregiver. I've heard it from at least 90% of y'all. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, definitely taking care of someone where you're thinking you're going to be living your life and then traveling and having fun. Like I said, that is definitely a hard pill to swallow. And that's why I'm urging y'all, of course, like I said, I know I'm not waiting until I'm retiring at whatever age that's going to be from a job or from my business or that kind of thing in order for me to enjoy my life. Growing up, I didn't get a chance to, of course, enjoy my life as I would have liked to. I guess I put it that way. Of course, parents on drugs, drinking alcohol, crack cocaine was involved. Of course, not having a lot of money to, of course, to even travel to. I didn't even have a trip as a child anywhere. But actually, I didn't have my first trip until I actually hold on. Because I did have I lived in St. Louis, Missouri back in the day. Well, I'm here in Arizona. Been here almost a year. So I was always living in St. Louis before that. So I guess, 45 years of my life. It was my auntie actually who wanted to drive up to Kansas City for some type of meeting or something with a cousin of mine. So we did that one day. I was probably like in my 10, 12, 11 years old, somewhere along those lines. Like I said, that was a 4-hour driving trip, I guess, that we had. And then there was another one that I remember going to my cousin's graduation down in Langston University. So I guess I did have two. It wasn't for my parents, but that's okay. But like I said, I definitely had two. that other family members took me on. So I can't say I didn't have any. But the first actual trip that I actually planned for myself was actually when I was about 30, 31 years old. And that was to the first time going to Disney World, going to Epcot Center, the first time going on a cruise to the Bahamas. And I was so elated, so doggone excited, y'all, because I had never been any place like that. And like I said, that was the first trip that I took on I had a cousin that went with me and some other folks that I kind of knew. But we don't have a close relationship like that. I guess I put it, we had a closer relationship back when I was younger. But as adults, of course, we kind of floated away doing our own thing, our own life. So I can't say we're not close anymore. But like I said, we definitely have our own life that we're living and the things that's going on. I guess I put it that way. And Karen Carr, you said you retired a year ago. You worked for 27 years. I understand that. I'm hoping that you're living your life or lived your life throughout those 27 years as well. So like I said, definitely just taking my first trip on my own when I was 31 years old. And like I said, definitely going to the Bahamas, Disney World, that kind of thing. It hit me then because I kept waiting and waiting and waiting in my 20s, waiting for folks to, of course, get money together. And, oh, I'm going to go on the trip with you. And I'm planning stuff. And here comes the trip. Nobody has any money. Nobody's going. All these excuses and lies. And I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. And like I said, it took me that long in order to go on my first trip. I'm 46 now. So that was, 15 years, 16 years ago. When I went on my first trip, and like I said, definitely, it's just been on since then. I don't travel every day or that kind of thing at all. I would love to, but I don't right now. But like I said, I've been on 3 cruises since then. Well, I guess 2 other cruises since then, and a few other trips to down to Atlanta, to Orlando, to Disney World again, that kind of thing. Like I said, to other like little trips to Memphis, to Chicago a few times, different things like that. Like I said, it's definitely just been a joy. And like I said, when this caregiver talked about this, and like I said, this is not the first time I've heard this. I've heard this from other people that I work with as well. I used to work for a home health agency back in St. Louis back before last summer. Worked there for almost 6 years. I couldn't tell you how many of the seniors, how many of the older people always told me that they regretted that they did not start that business, that they hadn't even traveled when they said they're going to travel and experience the world and live their life. And now they're sick and they're on their deathbed and they can't do anything, or they don't have the mindset, not the mindset, but the memory anymore, with dementia, the Alzheimer's, those type of things, to even live their life anymore. That's why I'm letting y'all know. Make sure y'all live y'all life. And like I said, I'm telling this to y'all, but I'm telling this to myself as well, because you never know what tomorrow may bring. There are folks that, of course, friends of ours that we've known. My partner has had friends, that kind of thing as well. They've had heart attacks. I'm 46. I've outlived some of them. I've had people who were, of course, killed with gang violence back in the day and that kind of thing. Family members who, of course, have passed away. Like I said, the heart attacks and the strokes and different things, all this stress, all this stuff that we go through, the unhealthy eating and all this kind of stuff. Like I said, I know nothing can stop your death day. But like I said, you can at least enjoy your life while you're here. I guess I put it that way. Whether it's traveling that you want to do, whether it's creating that business that you want to do, whether it's, I don't know, having the kids, making a family, having a relationship, getting married, whatever it is. Like I said, just make sure that you're living your life. Like I said, do not wait until retirement to enjoy your life. Please don't. Like I said, you never know what may go on. Like I said, a lot of folks, like I said, the caretakers have let me know that a lot of them are very resentful. It's not that they don't care for their loved one. It's not that they don't love their loved one that they're taking care of. But they had these expectations of, when I get to retirement, me and my partner are going to start traveling. Me and my husband are going to start traveling. My wife, or whoever it is. Or me and my kids or family are going to start traveling. I'm going to have the time, do all this stuff. But then here comes, not even before they even get to retirement, partner got sick. Partners having dementia, because like I said, a lot of the folks I work with now and in the past have dementia, other health issues where they could not travel or do the things that we can do with sound mind, sound body, able to walk, able to use all our limbs, these kind of things. And like I said, this definitely, again, hit home today, just to remind myself, and I'm going to remind my partner tonight too, that we have to make sure that we're, of course, living the life that we are wanting to live. I guess I put it that way. And taking the chances that we want to, of course, take, regardless as to whether they fail or not. I know a lot of times we, of course, hold ourselves back when we think that whatever we want to do, the business we want to start is out of our reach, or the relationship or the marriage that we want is out of our reach, or the trip that we want to go on, we can't go on. I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time. I can't take out work, all this kind of stuff. You can do what you put your mind to. And you can do the things that you want to do. I guess I put it that way. I had to learn that. Like I said, that was on me, waiting for folks to, of course, in my whole 20s, waiting for folks to, of course, to get the money to go traveling with me. I was scared to go alone. It's what the problem was. I didn't want to go on a trip alone. I wanted to have somebody there with me, friends, family, whoever it was. So I'm waiting on folks, waiting on folks, waiting on folks. I'm like, okay, when the hell we gonna go? Y'all keep giving all these excuses. You ain't got the money now, or the kids, I don't know, whatever's going on. I can't take out work. And we had a whole year to plan this whole thing, like I had been doing. And like I said, I had to stop that and realize back then that I had to take it upon myself to travel and do things that I wanted to do, regardless as to whoever went with me. And I went on my first trip, another trip actually, to Vegas actually. This was back in 2018. Yeah, 2018. This was the first solo trip actually I went on. Of course, I was in this group a long time, but like years ago, teaching you how to speak and be on video and doing all this stuff. And one of the ladies in there that was in there with me doing the same thing, speaking on video and learning how to do all those things, we actually connected. We call ourselves sisters and stuff like that. I had never met her, but of course I talked to her on Zoom and talked to her on Facebook Messenger, and we talked all the time, chatted all the time. So I was letting her know, well, we were trying to, of course, to get together, to, of course, meet up and that kind of thing. And I had never been to Vegas. So I chose to go out there, stay with her and her family. Like I said, I didn't even know, well, personally had met her. I met her online. That's about as far as we got. And the kids and that kind of thing, talk to them, all that kind of stuff. And my family, oh, no, you shouldn't go. You don't know who they can be killers and this kind of thing. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just down the trip is how that's going to look. Because I told myself that I was not going to keep limiting myself to anything else anymore. I guess I put it that way. But God willing, as long as it's not illegal, that kind of thing. But like I said, definitely I made my mind up to go ahead and go on this trip, regardless as to what they said. They all were scared and nervous. Yes, I was scared and nervous. I mean, of course, I felt that I knew her for several years, 5 years, 6 years, however long it's been. And like I said, I call her my sis, love her to death, this kind of thing. We had an awesome relationship, friendship, and that kind of thing. Got there and nobody killed me. I'm here today. I guess I put it that way. I met some other people, that the person who ran the group to teach us how to speak on video, do all this stuff. I met another friend out there. He, of course, he has his own business, tech business, that kind of thing. So that was awesome. Got a chance to meet the folks that I've been talking to online for years and hadn't actually met. So like I said, that was definitely awesome. But I chose, like I said, to, of course, stay with her and her family. And her and the kids, they had like a little bitty dog and that kind of thing too, which was awesome. She showed me around town. Like I said, if I would have stayed in my fears, I told you that to let you know, if you stay in your fears, you will never get anywhere. I'm not telling you all to go stay with some random person, that kind of thing. That's what I chose to do. But like I said, I had to stop living in my fear. I understand where my family was coming from, but I also understand I know how to keep myself safe as well. I know how to shoot. I know how to use weapons. I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm not 2 years old. I can travel alone and do these things on my own as well. I've talked to many other women and men who do this on their own as well. Like I said, there is nothing wrong with that. You just know how to make sure that you, of course, like I said, keep yourself safe. That's for anybody. I don't care where you're going to. I don't care if it's down the street to the corner store. You still got to keep yourself safe anyway. St. Louis was way more rougher than Las Vegas. It's way more rougher here than Tucson. So what in the world would I be scared of? At least for me, is that's just my mindset. But like I said, I had to stop being so nervous to travel on my own, nervous to do these things because so-and-so said don't do that because it's scary and all this type of thing. Just like me and my partner, we're actually going on a cruise this fall, actually to the Caribbean, actually. Yeah, the Caribbean. Me and his daughter, other folks are going, that kind of thing. But we're also talking about planning a trip to Thailand next year, 2024. And of course, I let a few family members know and our friends know, that kind of thing. I think it was one who was like, why you want to travel overseas? Those folks are crazy over there. They gonna kill you, and just there's wars and just all this stuff going on. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I down that trip too if that's the case. I'm not gonna, like I said, have you in my ear about some being scared to travel and doing all these things when I know I'm not gonna die going any. I could be wrong. That's just my mindset. I'm gonna be fine on the trip is how I look at it. I'm not looking at it as a negative going to Thailand or I think it was Thailand. Yeah, Thailand and this kind of thing. Like I said, I'm definitely not nervous to go. It's just like traveling anywhere else. Yes, there's wars. I'm sure there's wars across the country, well, different places across the country, but they don't have a war there, to my knowledge, unless it started today all of a sudden. But like I said, that just goes to show you that people who are scared to do different things in their own life would, of course, project those fears onto you. And I'm the type of person, yes, I'll listen to whatever anybody has to say, but I'm not going to live my life according to what you just told me. Unless it's something that I know that's true about me, that I need to change or fix or whatever the case may be. Other than that, I'm going to live my life the way that I know how to live my life. And like I said, I hope that this message reaches somebody today with this message. Don't be scared to do the things that you want to do and live your life before you cannot live it anymore. Like I said, I know a lot of people don't want to talk about death or talk about the coming ages. You're getting older, dementia, Alzheimer's, kidney disease, dialysis, any of those kind of things that happen to any of us. We're laying in the bed all day, bedridden for some of those illnesses. Paralysis, have a stroke, you can't move. There's all types of things that can go on. All types of clients I've had dealing with stuff like that as well over these last, 7 years now. Dealing with the those who are disabled, older, elderly, those types of things. And I can't tell you how many over 50 have had all types of health issues go on. And like I said, the ones that I've talked to many. At least 90% of those people told me that they hate that they had not lived their life. They hate that they didn't start, I guess, go on those trips. They didn't start their business. They didn't write their book. They hated that they are now can't barely even talk or speak or move anymore, but they wanted to repair a relationship that they messed up years ago that they can't even do now. Like I said, there's all types of things that, like I said, we have to think about these things, y'all. And again, I'm Tonetta Clay, your social worker coach. Like I said, this is some of the stuff that I talk about when it comes to me being a social worker in this field for 24 years. This is some of the lessons that I've learned, some of the experiences that I've been through. So, of course, like I said, if you like this particular part as well, I do life coaching as well, that kind of thing. But like I said, if you like this or it's hitting home for you, make sure that you like my page and follow me as well. And make sure that you share this out with somebody that may need to hear this. I'm sure that goes for all of us, actually. Because I know there's a lot of people out here who are not living their life. I have family who are not living their life. I have friends who are not living the life that they talk about and that they see and all the dreams they've shared with me, that kind of thing. I know there's many out there that's not living their life at all. And like I said, I'm just here to tell you, we have got to start living our life, y'all. Nobody's going to live it for us. Yes, they'll inject all their fears and why we shouldn't do this and why this sounds like a stupid idea, why this is dumb, all this kind of stuff on us. Yes, they will. But you have to take it upon yourself to not listen to those folks and to do what you need to do for yourself and your family, whatever that may consist of. And I just want to read some more, some names off of here just to say thank you all for tuning in. And like I said, definitely make sure that y'all sharing this with somebody or sharing it to your page. Regina Rush, 6'9". Augustine Jean, 1957. Angela Davis McKnight. Cynthia Bryant, 5792. And I actually used to work with a Cynthia Bryant. I don't know if that's her, but if that's you, used to work at Deer Valley. Hello, I hope you're doing well. I hope that's you. I don't know if it is or not. Karen Carr. And thank you for posting. I saw some other messages. I'm going to read those shortly. Red Apple, Nisi B5200, Quiet Storm, Terry Ruffin, Mary, is it Juice or Goose? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Simp Hub for him. Diva, Karen Carr, and I saw your message said that is the truth. You're definitely right. We have got to start living our lives before we cannot live it the way we want to live it. I guess I put it that way. Where we're, of course, having memory issues, can't remember how to tie our shoes, or can't remember our own name or who our family is, or we suffer a stroke or a heart attack. I talked about this before. And thank you, Karen. I'm glad that like I said, I'm glad that you were tuning in. I hope that you shared this as well and follow me as well if you can, or if this is something that you want to hear, I guess I put it that way as well. This is one of the things that I definitely do talk about on my pages here and other places on social media as well. And Lex and David, thank y'all for tuning in as well. And I forgot what I was about to say, but Lord, I forgot what I was about to say. So maybe I'm just kidding. I ain't gonna say I'm having any memory issues, but like I said, definitely just make sure. Oh, I was gonna just remind y'all. Of course, I know I still work full time as a social worker, and I know that, of course, we have toxic coworkers, toxic bosses, all these types of things, and I've talked about some of them things in the past. Don't allow those things to stop you from living your life either. Yes, while I know some people talk about how their jobs won't give them the time off, or they have a hard time around the holidays getting the time off, or whatever the case may be, choose another time to still travel. Don't use it as an excuse as to why you cannot take off work to go out here and do things. Even if you have to call in sick for 5 damn days a week, then do that. Like I said, I know doggone well that you can take a trip too. I stress when I talk about workplace and stress and all those types of things, stress in the workplace will kill you just like stress anywhere else. And from what I understand, from what I read, research and that kind of thing, I think it was about 75, 80% of people are very stressed at their jobs. That was back when the Great Resignation. I'm still sure it's probably some of that going on now. But don't let these jobs stress you out to the point where you have a stroke or you have a heart attack. Monday, from what I researched and read as well, is Monday in the workplace is the main day that people have strokes or heart attacks in the office or anytime, I guess, put in the office or whatever. It's so much, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. I'm tired of this job, this kind of thing. Always know that you can find something else. You can find another job somewhere else. Hopefully something that you'd like to do. I guess I put it that way. Or if not, you don't want to do that. So I told myself that, but that's why I started the business that I have started. Some of you all may not know, of course, I'm a social worker, I'm a coach as well, but all these heavy topics and all these heavy things and all the issues that I hear every day and all the death and all this kind of stuff going on, this past several months, I said that I have to get back into my creativity because I need the stress relief. I need to redirect my focus somewhere else. That's the business that I'm creating as well. I have a baking business here. I've been having a baking business for years. Sometimes I've stopped, sometimes I continue, sometimes I've let life get in the way and that kind of thing, but I'm back full time at it right now since I moved here back last August. So it's almost a year here in Tucson. I guess it'll be a year in July, like mid-July. I made it my business to, of course, to start creating that business so that I can have something that's going to create me another stream of income, which it is doing, and something that's going to continue to, like I said, to help me refocus the stress that I have. I've talked about on several videos how baking has helped me heal and that kind of thing from all the dramas that I've been through and stuff like that. It definitely have. And whatever kind of creativity you have, make sure that you're tapping into that. You never know what type of income that can create for you at either. Like I said, my baking, I'm adding I guess like event services, like balloon decoration, event planning, that type of thing to my which I've already been doing that for years too. I don't know why I never started the business in that, but that's all right. That's okay. It's getting started now, in the works now, I guess I put it that way. But like I said, definitely those are things that I love to do that brings out the life in me. Because like I know, like I said, with employment, working for people, that kind of thing, having toxic coworkers, crazy workplaces and all that kind of stuff, it can definitely drain you. And it will drain you. If you don't do something about it, I guess I put it that way. It will definitely drain you. So I had to find something, like I said, that was going to undrain me. I guess I put it that way. Something that was going to bring my happiness back, bring my view of the world back. That's like, oh my God, it's so cute and playful and childlike. Like I said, that's what I use for me, I guess, to bring those things back. But like I said, you have to think about you when it comes to stuff like that. Like I said, not waiting until you retire to have that stress-free life. You can have a stress-free life right now, today. Whether that's finding another job, going somewhere else where you feel like you're worth something, I guess I put it that way. Or moving to another state and finding another job. People want to do that too. Or creating your own business where you can feel like you have something that you're creating that's going to be something that you can be proud of, like me. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, don't allow the fears of other people, like I said earlier in this video, to, of course, hold you back and to keep you stuck living in the same life that you've been living. Just because they didn't want to start that business, they tell you that it's stupid to do, and you're going to lose all your money and all this kind of stuff. Well, take that jump anyway and figure out how it's going to be. Like Steve Harvey said, jump and leap and earn your wings on the way down. Figure that out. The same thing I'm doing, figuring it out as I go along. There's no blueprint or anything. You make it up as you go. There may be skills and tactics and that kind of thing, but you just make it up as you go in life, relationships, and in business. I'm sorry to tell you that, because I know some folks don't want to hear that, but that's definitely the truth. And I know y'all, I know I have to get off here soon, so I just want to thank y'all again. Lex, it's Laura Henderson, 246, David. I'm reading some more of these names. Dark Fader, 416, Zan Drape, Sandra Page, thank you. 2, Brenda Newman, 305, Jeanette Stewart, 329, Mary Edwards 753, Glenda Gilbert 8. Like I said, that's some of the names. I read some other names, but like I said, definitely thank you all for tuning in. And Dark Bar 101, Laura Henderson 248. Like I said, thank y'all for tuning in. I hope that y'all have followed my page as well. Like I said, to stay in touch with me, and like I said, to hear information like this. We all need to hear information like this, especially when it comes to you holding yourself back and not living your life because of somebody else, because of something somebody else said. But in this particular that's why that's true. But in this particular context, I'm mainly talking about living your life before it's too late. Whether you're getting sick or somebody that you know and close to you, you have to take care of because they've gotten sick, and then you cannot really live your life the way you want to live it at all because you're the main caretaker. That's what I do right now, as far as me facilitating support groups and that kind of thing for the caregivers. And like I said, that's what brought on this particular video today. Like I said, don't wait until your retirement to live your life. Anything can happen. Like I said, you can get sick where you cannot go on trips anymore, or you have to care for a loved one that's gotten sick where you can't go on trips or live the life that you want to live anymore. Like I said, both of those situations are very sad, and they do happen all the time. So like I said, we have to get our mindset together, y'all. Live life while you can. I think that was Snoop Dogg and somebody else that sung "Living Your Best Life." I forgot how it went, but I know it's still "Living Your Best Life." Somebody may know it, I don't know, but I forgot how it went, y'all. But like I said, definitely, I'm sitting up here all in the dance and everything, and I ain't even got the stuff together, but that's all right. But like I said, definitely, y'all make sure that, like I said, that you're following me. Make sure that you're supporting your girl here. Like I said, I definitely want to get into your world to see what you're doing as well. So like I said, follow your girl here. And like I said, definitely, this is just one of the things I talk about when it comes to social work and the things I do in the workplace. I guess I put it that way. Like I said, I talk about life mindset. Like I just told y'all, what the creative business that I have, how to start that business, all the type of stuff, how to grow it, all the type of stuff as well. So like I said, definitely follow your girl. Make sure that y'all get in my world, because I definitely want to be in y'all's. I guess I put it that way. So with that, y'all, I'm gonna get my butt off here and get my butt back to work. So take care, y'all. Have a great one. Peace out. I'll see y'all in the next video.